We're here from Ace.
I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently.
Stay out of Antiborough. Stuck in time loop.
I guess it's a ghost plumbing situation.
Bastet has got us out of a lot of problems, but I don't think she can get us out of this one.
It wasn't all the bodies. There were 2 bodies.
Everyone else just got disappeared.
I went missing for a while and I lost my brother. I don't know where he is.
Oh, that's my mother. Oh dear.
It's the same mother that you keep describing as tyrannical and horrible.
Have to practice ritual fight with brother.
Ellie, can I make an insight check of myself in real life?
Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made by actual Aromantics. Wow, so much energy.
You're enthusiastic.
Goodness me. You are enthusiastic.
It's the first recording of the day.
New year, new us.
Yeah, new year, first recording of the year, first recording of the day, first recording of my life.
Wow, Ellie's been reborn.
Yeah. I as I do every year, I emerge from a chrysalis,
Time baby,
ready to yeet myself into your ears.
Beautiful butterfly.
We are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with a twist. Everyone's past, present, and future is based on a card drawn from the Deck of Many Things. I actually, within the last month, so recently-ish, I went to a friend's house and I drew all of the cards and I laid them out and I took pictures of them because she's got a deck of the Deck of Many Things.
Ooh.
So I was very excited to be like, ooh, look at this stuff that I've created. And then also be like, oh no, I forgot about that. Oops. But rest assured, you guys will find out eventually. I'm Ellie. I use they, them pronouns mostly and she, her pronouns. Sometimes, occasionally, still figuring that out.
Once in a blue moon, when the crow crows from the well, Ellie uses she, her
crows
pronouns.
From the well?
Yeah.
What?
I was just making a joke. You've ruined it now.
I don't get the joke. What's the joke?
No, you don't get to hear it now. You
have to listen back to the audio in editing.
That joke is for our listeners only. You don't pay on our Patreon, Ellie.
You aren't special enough. Wow, we have brought the crazy energy this morning.
We're going to make a Discord channel that Ellie's not allowed in. And then...
Well, didn't we make this exact same joke the last time we recorded?
Probably.
That I do believe.
The bullying Ellie continues. I am your DM, your demisexual. The only word that's coming into my head is misandry.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love that. I've done the line before, definitely.
What about mascara?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I've done that one, I don't think.
Yes, queen. Yeah.
I
Okay,
mean, my
yes.
suggestion was going to be Molly, like the fish, but that's better.
The fish?
Molly?
Yeah, Molly's.
Yeah, that is not the Molly I would have assumed.
When I was a child, we had fish, we had black mollies, we had white mollies, and one morning we had grey mollies as well.
Oh!
I thought you were talking about a specific fish called Molly.
No, there's a type of fish.
I did have a fish called Molly as a child as well, so I was very confused.
My Molly lies
It was not, it was a goldfish. Let's introduce ourselves, crazy people.
Oh my god,
go,
we
go,
haven't
go.
even done that yet.
Hello, my name is Am. I use she, her pronouns. I play Tohsya after Dale. She also uses she, her pronouns. And she is a Battlemaster fighter / barbarian.
Yes, she does a lot of slashing.
Part of the ancients, barbarian.
Woo!
Woo! I can do things. I can hit things with a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
And I don't trust my boss.
That's
None
not
of us
new.
do.
Do any of us?
It is new for Toz.
My name is Chloe. I play Raina Riftwood, who is a tabaxi and we're doing the whole thing today, I guess. College of Glamour Bard. But also a swashbuckler rogue, and that's the more exciting part.
I don't know if that's true.
The less scary part as well.
Yes,
I
definitely.
believe the last thing I have written in my notes is that Raina used her speedy speed to run and get a doctor for Delphi, because Delphi's currently unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
No, I thought I'm no longer unconscious, right?
Because of the doctor, yeah.
That's the last thing I've got written down.
Our warlock pulled the exact same thing in my last home game, by the way.
That's what warlocks are built to do.
Pass out.
Pass out.
Tiny Temper better be on
Yes.
Delphi's playlist. It's a joke for all the Brits.
That's a joke for all the Brits of a very specific age.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
That took me a real minute.
That took me a long bit to get.
Guys, he's got so many clothes he keeps them at his aunt's house.
Yes. That song.
I'm really glad that we're not isolating, what's the word? Ostracizing like 60% of our audience who are Americans who will have no idea.
If they can't accept Robbie Williams, they can't have Tiny Temper.
I agree with that.
Eiriol!
Yeah, I'm Eiriol. I'm playing Delphi, the Growfolk Warlock. I use she, they pronouns, and Delphi uses she, her pronouns. I think Delphi is Path of the Seeker. But genuinely, we've messed about with it quite a bit.
You started off as a... what's the one?
Hexblade?
Hexblade.
Yeah, I'm
Hexblade.
making a stabbing motion. Hexblade. We sort of did a little...
We realised that the early stuff is great. The later stuff just doesn't work with Delphi as a character.
No.
So we scratched it.
Yeah. Just put in some
We put it in some
little
info
bits.
stuff.
If the warlock can't
Yeah.
be at least a little bit homebrew, what's the point of the warlock?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm Katie. Hi. I use she or they pronouns or whatever. And I'm playing Morgan, who is a wizard, and she is a chronomancy wizard without any weird multiclasses. This character does not have a weird multiclass.
Yay!
Yet.
No,
It's getting late.
my other main D&D character for a non-podcast is a weird multiclass, and there is only so much I can take.
That's very valid.
The first multiclass I ever played was like randomly rolled or something, and it was a Blood Hunter Warlock, and it was just wild.
Oh my god!
That's kind of a sick
Yeah.
combo, though.
Yeah, that works.
It's fun narratively. I don't know how mechanically.
Oh,
it would-
mechanically it was awful.
Yeah.
And also, it was great because they were a Kenku.
They were a Kenku.
Called Ship Creek. Or also known as...
And I was an evil pirate. So I spent the whole session trying to murder people, and I didn't succeed once.
And then we killed their patron, and so they lost all of their warlock level.
Oh
And
no!
then we later realised that it's like in the rules that you don't lose your powers if your patron dies.
If your Patreon dies.
Yeah.
I hope the Patreon doesn't die.
I hope the Patreon doesn't die.
That should be, if we do play D&D again, we should make a warlock that the patron is Patreon, and
Yes.
based on how much money you give us.
You listeners
depends
are
on-
the patron.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just tell us what to do every session. That would be great.
I think I read some Tumblr posts of someone speculating that you should do it where it's like a Twitch stream. Or they're constantly Twitch
Yes.
streaming. And that's their patron.
I feel like we've gone back to the good old days of 8-minute introductions
Yeah.
instead of moving forward
We absolutely
into
have.
productive introductions. But it's fine. It's all good. What happened last time?
Well,
Delphi made some questionable decisions.
Yeah, Delphi passed out.
Yes.
And nothing else happened to
Delphi
them.
got a tattoo.
Hasn't our fantastic editors done a little recap at the start of this episode for everyone
No.
else?
Absolutely
No,
not. That's
that
so...
never happened.
I did that when the pandemic happened because I had time, and it was the most labour-intensive part of making the podcast.
Good lord.
Yeah.
It would take me like an hour to do every time.
We're not doing that.
I don't know what happened.
I've got written down that Delphi got a
I
tattoo.
love your candor, Am.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Toss was visited by Megan, who gave her
Yeah.
her grandmother's cloak. So now Toss can't be hit, although probably can be because she's also a barbarian.
Do your worst.
Lyra Opulensis is dead, and they've blamed the guards that we charmed, who were also petrified, and Vega has inherited all of her money.
Fine.
Cool
Yeah,
and
that,
fine.
that makes that work.
I mean, the guards bit I'm not as fond of, but like...
They were already dead at that point, so yeah.
We are headed to Braw next for the Annual Spacetime Convention, and the theme is crisis. Definitely nothing to be worried about there. And then Delphi tried to contact other plane to find Seth, but failed and fell unconscious and got some weird stuff in their workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just remembered that. Yeah. Spicy.
So Delphi may never now be able to decode the puzzle that we got right back in like episode 2.
That would be good.
Maybe.
Yeah. Whether Eiriol can is a different question.
DM, can I roll to be good at puzzles?
Consider this. We are sometimes dumb.
Yeah. I am significantly less intelligent than Delphi.
That's the bit of audio that should have gone in the trailer. Is we are sometimes dumb.
Hey, I've got time. I could still throw it in there.
There's still time.
Right at the end. Last thing.
You've done enough. God bless you. So, Delphi has tried to contact other plane and failed.
Morgan is rushed in, attempted to do like she knows what she's doing to deal with the situation, and miserably failed.
Yes, and then
So I ran and got a doctor.
The healer came in, sorted Delphi out, and I don't think Delphi woke up immediately, but they basically said, like, she'll be fine. So, the next day,
Yes.
let's say, is there anything else that you guys would like to do in Guy Maris? Do you want to try contacting another plane
Yeah,
again?
let's do it again. No.
Ellie, we spoke about me saying goodbye to my brother and also to my uncle, and my father, but like that does not need to happen on camera, as it were. Like Toz does that.
I think what I will say is that you head out and then you come back into your room to just sort of pack away your final set of things, and you find something on your pillow.
Ooh, okay, I pick it up, unless it looks dangerous.
It's the same sort of shape, size, and weight of a snow globe.
Oh.
Aww.
But instead of a snow globe, it looks like a beam of light is sort of caught inside the glass and kind of reflecting and refracting internally. And you do have a little bit of understanding of magic, a little bit now, thanks to some recent plot developments. So, if you would like to roll an Arcana check.
First roll of the new year, first roll of the back together. Any bonuses for that?
No.
Aw, what's
Not
shot?
how that works.
That is a 16, to be fair.
That's pretty good. In that case, I will just tell you outright. You can guess that your brother gave you this. This was requested specifically by Will. This was the secret that we've been keeping from you. And you can see that there is a spell of some description, or maybe potential energy for a spell caught inside this globe. And you think that when you break it, it would cast some sort of light-related spell.
Nice.
Which I will tell you above game is either Scorching Ray or Daylight.
Oh, heck yeah, that's useful as hell.
Yeah, it's a one-time use, but you can do that whenever.
Thank you so much.
Ellie, show us some vampires. Do it.
Vampire subplot. No.
We don't have time for a subplot.
Tee-hee-hee-hee. No, not yet. Not anymore. We're too deep.
Not with our 8-minute intro.
Not with our 8-minute intro. Jeez.
On the subject of Collector, I know Guy Maris is not the same city as Antibra, but it is right there. I don't think I'll do it myself, but I would like to drop off a note for my sibling Diane. Just being like, hey, sup? You good? Collector weird? Send me a raven.
Okay, are you giving that to their church to, pass on to them?
I'm going to leave it at the temple. Get someone to send it to the temple, something like that.
Awesome. Good stuff. Great. In that case, if there's nothing else that anyone would like to do, I think it's maybe time to do a little teleport.
Yay!
Okay, so I have been looking at this spell for a while. It is a well-established wizard spell. It is slightly risky. I have a few items from Braw that I have been there within the last 6 months. I can't remember the timeline, but I'm...
Morgan.
Oh, hi Morgan, sorry. Hello, Am.
Morgan, if we get teleported, but what if something goes wrong and then there's like 2 copies of us running around? Are we still, are we both the same person?
Is that a thing that can happen?
No.
Okay, good.
I read a story about it in The Truth Teller.
Oh,
If that were to happen, which one of us would be the real one and which one would be the
Exactly,
double?
that's my question. It seems like something a wizard might know.
well, you would both be the real one.
Whoa.
I'm not a philosophy wizard. I don't deal with that.
But it's not going to happen today because that's not how the teleport spell works.
Okay.
What can go wrong with that?
Yeah, when you said it was risky.
We're pain, or we could be in the wrong place.
Okay,
Oh.
that one's not as bad.
Yeah.
Depending on what the place is.
Yeah,
As long as it's not like the moon.
It shouldn't be the moon.
Okay, cool.
Have I ever messed up a spell before?
No!
No.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're not that good at medicine, but the spell stuff is pretty great.
Thanks. Yeah, so I have I been to Braw in the last 6 months? I think I should have, right?
Yes. Yeah, you will have been. I will say that, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what the timeline is.
I don't know how long you guys have been travelling. A number of months, but less than 6 months.
Alright, so I'm very familiar with the place, and I have a associated object, which means that I should be on target. I should not have a risk of getting it wrong,
That's
I
good.
think.
Yay!
Unless you can say I'm very familiar and you want to have a risk of me getting a mishap, but I think I have an associated object.
What is the associated object?
It's like, I don't know, some stationery. It's my favourite pen that I bought in Braw.
Have you got a letter
Gorgeous.
from Felicity? Would that count?
No, because that's not from Braw.
Fair. Even if it was sent from Braw on stationery that maybe Felicity bought in Braw?
I mean, that is a reasonable argument.
It's the ink from Braw.
I don't think she sent it from Braw. I think that she sent it before she headed off.
enough.
So
The dust that has gathered on...
I think some University of Braw merch stationery is definitely going to be within your
It's like
arsenal.
a free notebook that I got given at some point at some event.
Exactly.
Anyway, I would...
Okay.
When everyone's ready, I'll just teleport us there. It should be instant.
Yeah. Go for it.
Let's go.
Alright.
Do we, like, hold hands, or...
Oh yeah, let's do it anyway.
I mean, you can hold hands if you like.
I was already
hold Raina's
holding Toz's hand.
Yeah.
Nervously.
Yeah, we're there. Boom.
Okay, awesome.
The middle of the university campus.
You see the world kind of like warp out, and there's like a rush of colour past your heads as if like you're travelling real fast, and then you turn up in Braw, and I will give you a little bit of a physical description. So you are on campus, as Morgan says, and you can see you're in some kind of picturesque university town. It's ramshackle and cosmopolitan in a sort of miniature sort of way. Cobbled streets lined with fiery orange trees lead down twisting paths. Everywhere is the sound of water rushing as a labyrinthine system of rivers and canals run through the city like arteries. But unlike the drab surroundings of Antibra or the rusted metal of Adavan Lovus, this city is filled with colour. The buildings are a fractal mess with ancient brickwork giving way to colourful mosaic tiling. Deep blues, reds, oranges and purples clash against each other, breathing life into the city. A lone, rickety tram rushes past you, the sides graffitied with breathtaking art and vibrant colour. Welcome to Braw.
Yay!
So, you're in Braw. Do you remember what you were coming here to do?
A conference!
We are here for the conference that Felicity mentioned, but we're also here because somebody named Dr. Hugo Moonerin, if that's correct,
That is correct.
has been hiding stuff from Project Arroways. I guess was that an employee in Aroace that has been hiding research? Something like that.
I think that was the implication. So you spoke to Felicity. I think that this is sort of the day before, or maybe the afternoon before the main event of the conference. So you've got a little bit of time to get yourselves settled. You have accommodation sorted for you on campus, thanks to Aroace, and presumably you're going to meet Felicity, who will also be staying somewhere on campus. So you can drop her a message and meet up with her, or if there's anything else that you guys would like to do in the meantime before the conference starts, you can go ahead and do that.
I would like to, if I get the chance to speak to Morgan privately, would like to do that.
Well, Morgan's about to go off and try and find Felicity, so you can kind
Yeah.
of handle that how you want to.
Morgan, do you mind if we have a conversation later, maybe when we're having dinner?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Of course.
I just have a few questions about magic, so...
Fine. Is it about teleportation spells?
No.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go turn to the other two and say, Morgan's going to find Felicity. I think there's not much we can contribute to that conversation. Maybe Delphi. I'm gonna go do some touristy stuff because I've never been here. Does anyone want to come? It's okay if the answer is no.
I'd actually like to go with Morgan if that's okay.
Oh yeah, you guys go for it. I can do the. I mean, I can come with if that's easier, but I just thought that I wouldn't be that helpful.
I'll go with you, Toss.
Yay! Thank you, Delphi.
Oh my gosh.
We immediately split back up.
We're splitting
the party.
again.
Split the party.
Don't get in any toilet situations.
They'll
Again?
be fine.
Raina just stares into the distance like, ugh.
Traumatized.
I do have one question though. What's a conference?
It's like a big set of meetings,
Yeah.
and there'll be a bunch of presentations, and people will talk a lot about magic. It's just a big magic club gathering meetup.
Oh. I don't think I've ever been to a club before or a meetup.
Conferences is an excuse for everyone to get together and drink substances occasionally, but that's not supposed to happen, but it does.
Share ideas and maintain friendships.
Yeah, that. Socialise. Get some meals out on their university's expenses system sometimes.
Sounds a bit like shore leave.
Yeah, no, I'm the opposite, because you are supposed to be working.
Oh.
Yes, but not at all.
Wait, you get to like hang out with friends and talk and eat and drink and stuff when you're not working?
Well, you work in the day, and then in the evening, you're still in the same city as all your colleagues, so you might as well socialise with them.
I see. Right, well, shall we go on and do some socialising with colleagues then?
I could hear the air quotes there.
Yeah, okay. Let's start with Raina and Morgan, in that case. So the two of you guys go your separate ways. Raina and Morgan, obviously Morgan, you have a very, very good knowledge of this campus, so you're able to get towards the wizardy section.
Important question, are the students currently in?
I will say no.
Okay, that makes sense.
We have the run of the place.
Yep.
You have the run of the place.
I'm bringing the age demographic down substantially.
No, there's plenty of young and underfunded grad students around.
I'm 19 years old.
Oh, yeah. Some young and underfunded grad students are 19, but okay.
This is true. The geniusy ones. So, yeah, you can head towards the schools of magic. Specifically, you know that this conference is a collaboration between the schools of chronomancy, graviturgy, and divination as well. The divination wizards have a relatively high stake in time and space stuff because of their ability to see into the past and the future.
Yeah, I would imagine that it's like chronergy is a kind of an offshoot discipline from divination kind of thing.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Like how computer science is kind of an offshoot from maths. Like it's its own thing now, but it didn't used to be its own thing.
Precisely. So you can head towards that sort of area of campus.
Did Felicity mention where she'd be?
She did not, but I think a cursory look around, you'll find flyers and pamphlets everywhere advertising the Time Space Conference, and you can see there's like, you know, a long list of attendees, and you'll see Felicity's name on there, so you assume that she's probably around somewhere. It occurs to you that there's probably some kind of like networking event happening somewhere. Exactly.
Can I go ask someone? Do I like know a secretary somewhere who knows stuff?
Yeah. There's a student kind of working as a receptionist in one of the buildings, and you vaguely recognise them from like when you've had to do, I don't know what the sort of science equivalent of like tutorials are.
Tutorials.
And they are just tutorials. Okay. When you've had to do like a stint of teaching for your PhD, you recognise this student.
Morgan has come to the realisation that her little office space will have been colonised by the next lot of people who are currently in residence, and that she doesn't have her current little office space. Some other poor grad student is using it. Oh.
Yeah. And so this very bright-eyed, gnomish woman is like, Morgan, hi! Oh my gosh, wow, I didn't realise that you were going to be in town. How are you?
Hi, yeah, it's a last-minute decision. Hi. Do I remember this person's name?
Actually, that's such a good question. This is Morgan. I should not assume.
There's a lot of people here, okay?
Yeah, roll me a history check.
17.
Okay.
I think I can remember her name.
You recognise this person. Their name is Rebecca.
Rebecca, hi, yeah.
Hey there, gang. I've got a very special announcement for you today, and that is that our Discord, previously only open to patrons, is now available for everyone for free. So if you want to join that, go and check out the episode description. The link is right there. We recently had a reshuffle of all of the benefits on our Patreon, and we thought, well, this is just too good to miss. And if you're interested in our bonus content, please do go and check out the Patreon. On the lowest tier, you can now get our side quest episodes. And moving on tiers above that, you can get our talkback episodes, our cozy corner. You can play games with us, actual real life us. Well, online, I guess. All of those things available to you and more at patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces. Today's promo is for the Thorn Files, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast detailing the exploits and mysteries explored by agents of Thorn Investigations, a paranormal investigations agency. You can find them on all good podcast platforms under the Thorn Files. That's Thorn with an E on the end. Roll the trailer.
Hello, this is Annabelle Thorn, current head of Thorn Investigations, a paranormal investigations company set up in Edinburgh. I'm here to tell you today that monsters are real, and have been real for centuries, only they've been hiding. We don't understand why they're coming into the light now, but if you see anything, if you hear anything that makes you think you're in contact with one, tell us. We can help. I have a few agents in the field just now, Evangeline Lane Fox, Peter Anderson, Vera Bright, and for better or worse, my niece, Tabitha. Don't hesitate to tell us. If you do, you might not get another chance.
The Thorn Files podcast is a Monster of the Week actual play podcast with new episodes coming out every other Friday. If you're a fan of horror, mysteries, and shenanigans, why don't you come and give us a listen at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and pretty much everywhere else you can get podcasts. Be ready to be scared.
Yeah, it was a last-minute thing.
Oh my gosh, of course you're here for the conference.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Oh wow, are you presenting?
I don't think I'm on the I can't. Hey, Webster, am I presenting?
No, you're not presenting. That would be so much pressure if I was like, present your findings now.
And now, present.
No, but I might end up giving a bit of an ad hoc presentation in one of the cafes at some point. You know how it is.
Oh, actually I don't. This is my first time. I've only got sort of general admission, but I'm really excited. It looks like it's going to be really fun. Have you seen the full lineup?
I have had brief look, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. And anyway, can I help you with anything?
Yeah, do you know if there's any events on today? I know we don't get started properly until tomorrow, but are there any networking sessions happening, do you know?
Oh yeah, there is something. I think it's speakers only and invite only. But let me.
That's fine.
No. That's okay. Listen, it's. You know what? I'm just gonna get you some passes and just add you to the list, and I'm sure that will be okay.
As I've been standing there, just tennis ball, looking at them having this conversation, I just stick my hand out in the middle between them towards Rebecca, and I go, "Hello, I'm Raina Riftwood. Nice to meet ya."
Oh my gosh, hi! Oh wow, it's great to meet you. Are you a research partner or?
In a way.
She's an associate.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, awesome. What's your sort of specialism?
I specialise in
alternative
methods of time manipulation using music.
Oh, cool. Okay, I've not heard of that being done.
Yeah, well,
before.
it's a real new field. I'm kind of the only person in it right now.
Wow. Okay, that's really exciting. You know, I'm surprised you guys weren't asked to present. This is so cool. Let me put you on the list. Can I get both of you to roll me a perception check, please?
Perception.
What is this grad student up to?
I have 17.
That is a natural 20.
Oh,
okay.
She crit, bro.
Okay. So Morgan, have I actually given you the full breakdown of the academic?
No.
Okay, so I'm really proud of myself. I spent an hour coming up with a variety of actual academic titles. So I will send this to you, but I'm going to read you the breakdown of everything that's being presented. You notice one of these kind of flyers with a timetable, and you have a quick scan. And the things that jump out to you, there are 3 categories. There's the main stage, there's the round table discussions, and then there's the stalls and tables in the main hall.
You mean, is that the poster session?
Yes. Ellie, say yes.
Yes? Which bit? Which bit is the poster session?
Bit. The round tables in the main hall.
No, the stalls, yeah.
Yes, they would be poster sessions, yes. I know some things about academia. Not lots, but some. So, on the main stage, the 2 things that sort of jump out at you are, there's thing at 1, there was an entry before that's sort of been very heavily blacklined through, so you can't really see what it was.
Ooh.
Underneath it says, at 1 o'clock, extraplanar travel and the eternal shards, an investigation into temporal relations on our plane by Dr. Delaware, posthumously presented by Felicity Keats.
Oh.
And then the other thing that jumps out at you for the main stage is at 2 p.m. there's The Solution to the Time Crisis by Yesha Ursan, Dr. Yesha Ursan.
Okay.
Then roundtable discussions, you've got at 11 in room 1.014, you've got Small Gods, the role of MSVO and Gra in knowledge distribution. And then 1 p.m. room 2.104, When Did the Sky Change? A symposium on our changing climate.
Oh boy,
I hate you.
And then stalls and tables, so poster sessions, you've got 4. There's my findings on the appearing and disappearing town on the Crawlish mudflats.
Yikes.
Sorry, someone got there before you. Mass murder or time glitch, the curious case of the lost village. There's just a general table for divination wizards, and then there's a table that is myths and magic.
Delphi.
Okay.
Delphi comes in and is like, it's fine, I know exactly what happened.
Are there any clashes, or can I just attend all of these?
There are clashes, so there's clashes with, I think some of the main stage and the roundtable discussions. The way that the poster ones I've sort of, I don't know if this is how they do it in real academic settings, but I have decided that they're just going to be sort of ongoing presentations. So you can just go to a stall and there's somebody there with their poster research who can chat to you about their stuff. So that is sort of open, and you could attend that all at any time.
Yeah.
Yep, I think that's generally how it works in real life.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad that my assumptions are correct. Raina, you are not looking at that, you're looking at the list of attendees.
Focus on the people, as always.
Focus on the people. So you can see the list of speakers. There's Felicity Keats, obviously. There's the same name as Morgan saw, so Dr. Yesha Ursan. There is also a Dr. Hugo Munarin, and his name has been crossed out.
Okay.
Oh no. This sounds fine.
As you guys are doing this, she sort of finishes she's made you little name badges. She's written Morgan, and then she's written Raina as well, and sort of given those to you. And she's like, so it's in the Antibra suite, so just upstairs, 3rd floor, like right opposite old offices and stuff.
Okay. Right, I think I know the one you mean.
Have fun!
Cheers. I probably confidently start walking the wrong way.
Yeah,
This
yeah. She's like, it's actually, yeah. You've got it, Morgan.
Yep, I knew that.
Nice to see you again.
Just testing
Nice
ya.
to see you.
It's fine. It's a bit complicated around here. Don't worry. It's not very well designed building.
As we're leaving, I whisper to Morgan, I'm like, did you see that list of names?
No.
Well, that Dr. Mirren you was talking about. His name's on there, but it's crossed out.
Oh, spicy.
What do you think it means? Is he dead as well?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe he did something wrong. I don't know. I will. Let's go see if Felicity knows. Let's go have a look.
If I had a nickel for every time that an academic got mysteriously murdered, then I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. I was writing this arc and I was like, God damn it, how have I managed to set something in academia again?
Because we have a lot of involvement in the academic sphere as players.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, what were you guys saying about what you were going to do next?
Go find Felicity.
Yeah.
Find Felicity, yes.
Ask about the hot goss.
The hot goss.
Spill the tea.
And if someone's dead,
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so you head up to the Antibra suite, which, Morgan, you will know. Sometimes it's hired out to external people to host host things. It's very nice.
Why is it called the Antibra Suite? Did someone important from Antibra fund it?
Yeah, presumably, because I came up with that on the fly and couldn't think of another name for it. But that makes it's better than naming your suites after friggin' wines at a certain hotel that I didn't. Yeah, anyway, so you head to the Antibra suite. It's very nice, dark wood panelled interior, just kind of fancy, proper Oxbridge vibes. So you head in, there's a sort of nervous looking half-elf security on the door, but he sees your name tags and he's like, right, yes, I just got a message from Rebecca about that. Yes, of course, come right in.
Thank you very much.
Morgan, is everyone here just a little bit nervous?
So you come in and there's some academics stood around.
Is Felicity here?
Schmoozing. Yeah, you spot Felicity pretty quickly.
Eyes only on Felicity.
As you kind of come in, she sort of spots the two of you and is like, Morgan!
Felicity!
And runs over to you and kind of envelops both of you in a big hug.
How? She's tinier than both of us.
You do not know the power of short people.
Yeah.
Give big hugs.
You tell them, Ellie.
Thank you. I'm feeling defensive in all 5 foot of myself.
You're like the Lorax, but for short people.
I'm saying, her arm span isn't going to be that long.
So, I think you mean the Lorax.
Oh my god. Yeah, so Felicity comes over and gives you both a big hug and she's like, I'm so glad you could make it. Where are Taz and Delphi?
They went off to do something. I can't remember what they're doing. Tourist stuff?
Yeah, they want to look around the city. Because they've never been here before.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's exciting. How are you both? How's everything? Are you excited for tomorrow?
Well, you are never going to guess what we saw in Antibra.
What?
Time stuff is the answer. So really maybe you could have guessed that. But,
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that is kind of similar on a theme to what's been going on recently. What happened in Antibra? We've not heard anything about
Well,
this.
that's because we got stuck in a loop. A time loop. But it's fixed now, so you probably wouldn't have noticed anything happening, I suppose.
yeah, I now I'm thinking of it, I should have asked Rebecca if we could, if there's any space left or slots left in any of the rooms to do an impromptu presentation. I might just go and give it at random at lunch one of the days.
Oh, yeah! I mean, definitely you should talk to some of the, like the fancy pants around here who can organise that. Obviously, like, I'm just here as a guest. I was kind of invited at the last minute anyway, but this is super exciting.
Yeah, I saw there was a schedule change. Was that Dr. Delaware supposed to have been talk that's been cancelled?
Oh, no. I'm actually presenting the talk that Dr. Delaware was supposed to be doing. No. I guess they must have invited him initially, and then obviously with everything that happened, I think maybe they didn't want to, and then they did at the last minute. Yeah, I don't know about any scheduling change.
Hey, do you know anything about a Dr. Hugo Moonerin?
I mean, the name rings a bell, vaguely. He's a divination wizard, right?
Sure, yeah, we knew that.
I don't know, I wouldn't know to recognise him. To be honest, I'm not super familiar with the Broer staff. I'm mostly just based in Advan Lovus, but yeah, he's, I guess, is he doing a talk, or?
We hoped that he would be, but he doesn't appear to be on the schedule.
Yeah, well, forget about him. That's unimportant. Felicity, you need to tell me in great and exhaustive detail everything you've been discovering.
Okay, as she begins to tell you, Raina, could you roll me an insight check?
Oh, insight.
I would like you to know that I am attempting to listen intently to everything that Felicity has to say. I'm probably getting distracted because I don't understand most of it.
I'm literally, this is like, I feel like this arc is the, like, Raina has ADHD. Because it's like, here's Morgan on task doing the thing, and then here's Raina like picking up clues by osmosis.
Every single one of my characters, even if I don't explicitly say this character has ADHD, they end up having ADHD.
I wonder why.
Anyway, my insight check was a 22.
Ooh, oh my god, okay. I ain't gonna be able to keep anything from you guys. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Felicity starts telling you in exhaustive detail about what she's been up to. So, since we last spoke, what have I been doing? I mean, I'd sent a few more drones through to different planes. That's mostly been pretty stable, to be honest. I mean, stable as much as it's not changed since it changed initially. So there's no real news or updates there. I've been going back to, there's a specific wellspring of energy that I've been going to a lot, and to be honest, I'm not 100% sure that it's a good idea for my general health, because I have been experiencing some strange updates to my magic and to my casting abilities and to also just my general well-being in general.
Like what? Better or worse?
Oh well, sometimes, well, it's sort of neutral. Like sometimes when I'm casting things, like random things will happen as well. Like sometimes it's good, like sometimes it's useful, and sometimes I just like accidentally make myself invisible. That kind of thing.
That's what's happening to me.
Okay, Webster,
You're not here.
Do I know anything about what Toz has been having with her wild magic surges?
Probably not.
No, this is the conversation I'm going to have with you in about 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So so this is unconnected.
Oh, we've done it all in the wrong order.
I didn't think about this either, but it's fine.
Quickly, start a time loop so that we can go back and do it right.
Felicity, I assume you've written all this down?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Isn't that science if you don't write it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
all
great.
Right. We should go over your notes at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been very interesting. Sometimes it's been great, sometimes it's been less fun. I did lose all my hair at one point. That was a bit strange. But look, it's grown back. It's all good. But yeah, so things have been okay, and then
is she like an inch taller?
Yeah. I also mentioned to you that I've been looking into a few things, really. You'll hear all of this in my talk tomorrow, but I've been looking into Dr. Delaware's notes about those big crystals in the desert. I've not really found anything new in particular, just looking over his notes, and I'm going to present them and bounce a few theories around. Just been looking at those, and well, there's some potential that they've moved over the course of the last sort of 10-15 years or so, that they're sort of slowly shifting for some reason.
I think you've said before. I noticed there was a talk about the solution to everything, that Dr. Urson is giving. Do you know anything about what that could be?
No, she's kept it very hush-hush. I'm very excited. To be honest, I feel a little bit imposter syndrome going right before her, because I don't know what's going to be sort of being discussed. That's huge. But I mean, I also think it's a bit of a bold claim, it's a bit...
there is a question mark on it.
Yeah, that's true. I will cut across now and just say that Raina, you were trying so hard to listen to this. You tried so hard.
And got so far. But in the end,
you got so far.
It doesn't even matter.
Oh, I hate you. But you noticed that when you and Morgan brought up Dr. Hugo Munerin, there was a bit of a sort of chill in the room. Like, the academics that were stood close to you kind of gave you sort of side-eye a little bit, frosty looks, and with a 22, I would say as well that you feel very... Actually, that's probably a separate role. Is that a separate role?
No, tell us.
No.
Insight, yeah, sure. You feel very watched. You feel like that kind of like hairs on the back of your neck raising, and kind of look around and you see a very tall and thin, pale blue lizard folk, maybe dragonborn, sort of draconic looking person staring right at you from across the room, and then they blink and look away and continue engaging in their conversation that they're having.
Ooh. I wonder if they cast Detect Thoughts on you or something.
Oh, I hate that everything that I think of that would be exactly what Raina would do, I think is a terrible idea, which is to abandon this conversation and Morgan and just march straight over to that draconic person.
Yeah.
Say hello.
I mean, go for it, why not?
They sound hot, go talk to them.
So yeah, I march straight on over there and I like tap them on the shoulder and I go, may I just say that what they're wearing?
I think they're wearing like a very understated but incredibly classy pale green dress.
Yeah.
Because they're so jewel-toned, you know, like matches their skin really well.
They've been getting some tips from Antibrough's fashion houses, I see.
Yeah, and it's not
There's
too...
waistcoats.
It's like... Yeah, it's not like, you know, very dressy, because obviously, like, this isn't quite the right context, but it's still like, this is a nice outfit.
Yeah. I tap them on the shoulder and just say, may I just say that dress is absolutely stunning.
Oh, why, thank you.
I'm Raina Riftwood, by the way. Sticking my hand out again for to shake.
Ah, Dr. Yesha Ursan, so lovely to meet you.
Oh,
knew it.
indeed.
Straight to the source.
I saw you're going to give a talk later.
Yes, I'm very excited for it. Are you here as part of a cohort, or are you presenting?
Oh no, I'm here. I'm accompanying my friend who was invited. We're colleagues.
I see. And what's your sort of specialism?
Oh, it's alternative methods of time manipulation using music. Yeah.
Wow, that is fascinating. Are you from a bardic college then, I presume?
In a way, yes.
I see. Local or...?
I moved around a lot.
Ah, interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Well, I'd certainly love to pick your brains about that. Are you presenting at all? Or
Oh
just...
no, I'm very new to the field, you see. I'm just here to get the lay of the land.
Oh, well, we should definitely sort out some sort of informal presentation for you.
Oh.
And your colleague as well. It sounds like you'd have a lot to contribute to the discussion.
Oh, I'm sure my colleague actually was suggesting that she'd quite like to give an informal presentation, but me, I think I'd rather just listen and learn for today, and maybe next time.
Oh,
but talking of which, your presentation topics were quite mysterious. I do appreciate the drama of a little bit of mystery, you know. I see what you did there. It was real nice.
Thank you, I appreciate that. You know, well, I'm sure you appreciate as a bard, there's some storytelling to academia, and
oh, absolutely.
I'm very excited to bring out that storytelling aspect.
Yeah, you see, I learnt that sort of thing very well from a good friend of mine. He was, his name was Hugo, it was.
Dun, dun, dun.
Digging the hole.
She blinks and she's like, Hugo,
yeah.
Do you know him from here or from elsewhere?
Oh, no, from a long time ago. We crossed paths while I was sort of travelling around, you know.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was
okay.
hard to forget he was.
Oh, really? Really? Well, how come?
Oh, well, like you say, he helped me out with some little bit of a
a pinch I have with my own sort of storytelling.
I love how we're solving this problem by lying now.
Yeah, I solve every problem by lying.
Raina's a
Have you
really
met-
good liar.
Do you want to roll me a deception check?
Raina's like so good at lying though.
I've also realised have I put together this character sheet?
Lol.
No.
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know what my aim is here. I'm mostly just trying to kind of see her reaction. And,
You're provoking something.
yeah, see if I can provoke some kind of reaction.
Raina's being
Yeah.
a little show-off.
Yes, I am.
You didn't say it's Hugo Moonerin, you just said it was someone
I
named
just
Hugo.
said Hugo. I'm not that
Yeah.
stupid.
It could be Hugo Smith.
Hugo Doe.
Hugo Boss. Oh, we can't say that, it's copyrighted.
That would be a 32.
You're so good at this.
Insane. That's
You're so good at dice rolling.
insane. That's ridiculous.
This is what happens when you get a plus 15 to all of your social skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna get up a stat block, just so I can have a sense of like what she would roll to contest that.
Do they have a plus 12?
I hope not.
Well, this is the thing. She's a wizard.
She
so
could conceivably have having a plus 12 to like insight.
She could, right?
Look,
She
either she's
could.
not charismatic or she can't take a punch. So one of them is going to be like, whichever the dump stat is, it's going to be good for us.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't met a wizard that is wise, so like,
Yeah, that's true.
at least a D&D wizard. They're intelligent, they are not wise.
As opposed to all the real life wizards that you've met.
Yeah, all the real life wizards I've met are very wise and not
Yeah.
actually as intelligent as you would expect.
Yeah, okay, so she has absolutely no idea that you're lying, and she's like, oh, so what was the storytelling problem?
Oh, well, you see, I was trying to communicate some of the experience that I sort of had as a child, you know, and it's kind of difficult when you come from a different background to most people and a place such as this. It's difficult sometimes to communicate exactly what it is you're trying to say. And it's also sometimes difficult to understand what other people are trying to say about their experiences. So it was very interesting to meet and help me to sort of bridge that gap.
Oh, yes. You know, I wonder if we don't know the same Hugo, maybe.
Oh, well, who's the Hugo you know?
Oh, well, he was a professor here, Hugo Moonerin. He's a Aarakocra, you know, about yay high.
Oh, yes.
Very dark feathers.
Yes, I think that was the same Hugo. Oh, how interesting.
Yes, he was a good colleague of mine.
Oh, well, how did you meet him?
Oh, you know, just through work. We ran in the same circles and we do the same sort of research, although he does very different approaches to me, I suppose.
Oh, how's that? I'd love to hear more about that.
Oh, well, I couldn't really speak to his approaches. I'd love to talk about mine, but, well, that would spoil the surprise of tomorrow.
Oh,
So,
I'm sure you haven't let a single soul in on any of those little mysteries, have you?
aside from my very, very dedicated core team, no, there's a tight ship, one might say.
Ah, tight ship, you say? Well, you know what? I don't think there's ever any such thing as a completely tight ship, you know. So I'd watch out if I were you. Just check, you know.
Oh.
Just watch out. That's all.
Well, I couldn't possibly think of what you're implying.
That does sound like a threat, Raina.
That does sound like a threat.
It really sounds
As
like
I
a
said
threat.
it, I was like, this is not what I was trying to say.
You've reached an unfortunate point where your character's charisma is higher than yours, and therefore she becomes impossible to roleplay.
What I was trying to say was more along the lines of, I'm just trying to make her a little bit paranoid that her secret might have gone out, whatever that secret may be. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you roll me another insight check, please?
Yeah, that was a 15.
Yeah. When she says, oh yes, like, you know, he's a good friend and colleague, she does not like that man. She does not like Hugo at all. She's not doing a huge job of hiding it, to be honest.
Interesting. Well, I think I'll quit while I'm ahead. And I sort of say to her, well, it was absolutely wonderful to meet you. I look forward to your talk very much, but I best be getting back now.
Of course. And who was your friend again? The one who we might be interested in presenting?
Oh, it was Morgan Aldridge. You might know her as
of
Serenity
course.
sometimes.
Morgan Serenity?
Yes.
I think is the name she usually publishes under. Yes, I'm very familiar with her work. We would be delighted for her to host an informal symposium of some kind. I have to say, and this is very embarrassing, I don't mean to offend, but if your area of study is still relatively new and in need of perhaps some transliteration and a little more refining, then maybe next year would be better.
Well, yes, I quite agree.
Yes, I'm so glad that you're not offended by that. I don't mean any harm by it, I really don't.
Of course not.
I hate her so much.
Hence why I refused your generous offer in the first place.
Hence. It's just hence, because why and hence mean the same thing, so saying hence why actually...
Nice to meet you, bye!
I actually think it was a really good move that Toz wasn't here, because she would have gotten in a physical fight with this person.
I'm concerned now because Tohsya, this is like a basic level of small talk with colleagues. You're supposed to be a politician in the future. What are you going to do?
She's used to everyone telling her that she's great.
Yeah.
I head to Morgan and I pull her to one side and I just say, Morgan, if Dr. Hugo Munerin is dead, I think I've found the killer.
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Special thanks to our patrons Nate Scott Jones, Ouroboros, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ebert, KP, Steph Burke Stellier, and Sarah. You can find us wherever you get podcasts and on social media at Deck of Many Aces. Best places to find us these days are Blue Sky and Tumblr. Everywhere else is a bit of a hellhole, let's be real. Or you can come and join our Discord, newly opened to everyone for free. So check out the episode description for the link to that. Plus, you can get loads of bonus content on our Patreon, so go to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces to check that out. This podcast's original soundtrack is written by me, Chloe Elliott, and if you enjoyed it, you can find it on SoundCloud and on music streaming platforms under my name. If you'd like to hear our voices elsewhere, you can find me and Am on A Rendezvous with Destiny, a Bite Marks actual play podcast. Plus, check the episode description for the link to Ellie's mailing list to find out all the creative projects that they're up to. Well, that's it from me. Have a nice week. Bye!